Oh, the fallout continues, ladies and gentlemen, about the Democratic Senate primary between Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico. Well, this particular election has caused a big divide here in the state of Texas with black people who are Democrats and white people who are Democrats. And also you throw in the Latinos as well. Now, I want you to hear what our sister has to say about this, but this is going to have, I think, some great implications in November.
You do realize, what happened in Texas is going to lead to a catastrophic split between white liberals and black liberals and what we want to see the country as, because we realize y'all are still racist as F. It's officially Malcolm X was correct. Y'all are still racist as heck. That is what it's giving. And y'all can't stop angry black people. Y'all really cannot stop angry black people when we all simultaneously telepathically connect and say we're not voting. Every we didn't have these conversations at home. We saw her lose and all of us just came on the internet and said, fuck y'all, vote. Y'all couldn't even do that if you tried. That's why we're in war right now. And y'all didn't want to listen. So this is what y'all get. None of these people had intentions on voting Democrat, on voting Republican. None of these black people, the 90% of black people who showed up for Jasmine Crockett, have no intention of voting Republican. They never were. So don't come in here and lie and say that. They are disappointed in you. We are disappointed in you. And I would gladly like to see y'all state get tore up from where we at. And y'all real close to Mexico. Y'all real close to Mexico. Y'all can't even get y'all senator y'all can't even get y'all governor who leave every time it gets too cold out of office. How could I have expected y'all to be smart enough to vote for the one person who isn't an undercover Republican? The one who isn't getting Republican funds. You don't think that's suspicious? You didn't look into your candidate enough to see that they were getting Republican funds? I'm just saying, if you're on one team, you should check to see if they're getting funded by the other team, because that would lead to red flags for me. Because how's it going to feel when he switches to Republican next cycle? How's it going to feel when he turns into that independent conservative? It's going to look real stupid on y'all, and I don't want to hear no apologies. I don't want to hear no apologies when he denied all y'all aid. I don't, because black people been making it through. Remember who had the Harlem Renaissance and who had the Great Depression, and who's not in them photos. They knew not to take no photos of black people during the Great Depression when we all grew up, because they knew we were thriving. And they tried to make it seem like these were two different periods. That's why they only teach the Harlem Renaissance during the Black History Month section, and they do not teach it during any other parts of the year when they teach the Great Depression. So you do not correlate it. Remember who you are. Remember what you get yourselves into, and remember that you played this election.
The Democrats are in big time trouble with the midterms, definitely here in Texas. I can't speak on other states, but Texas. Black people have just had it. They've had it with, trying to participate in a system that don't want any progress. And y'all have to understand, black people, is that these people don't want this system to change. They don't want a system of equality. They don't want black people to be having any kind of representation, because that's not the way they were raised. That's not the way the system, in their mind, this is supposed to be a white country ran by white people and white people only. And if anybody's coming up near that leadership position, they got to make sure to all side with, for the most part, the white guy. They knew good and well Tallarico was being funded by a billionaire that funded Trump. They knew this. It's not like they didn't know. The DNC knew. Trust me, they knew. And they didn't say anything because the DNC don't want to deal with black people. They want us to go away. They want really the Latino vote and the white vote. That's really what they want. The Latino vote and the white vote. If they can get the white people and at least, 3/4 Latinos in this country to decide with them, they wouldn't even care about the black vote anymore. That's what he at with it. And black people have to understand that they do not care about the black vote. You have to understand, somebody like Jasmine Crockett, her speaking that way in the mind of them people, she's uppity. She shouldn't be talking about Trump like that. They'd be like, yeah, I don't like Trump, but I don't like how she talk about him. But yet he started things with her. But in their mind, they don't want a black person responding to a white man. Let's call it what it is. So black people, you have to learn politically, we're on our own. We vote our interests only. We not about to hear nothing else but our interests. There's only a couple of interests that may intersect with other groups like healthcare and, definitely taxes and it's some other things. But when we get down to the nitty gritty, we got to have what we need. Gone are the days of you walk in the voter booth and you voting for nothing, or you're voting to, I can't have him in office. Okay, you stop him getting in office. What the other guy going to do for us? Well, he won't be bad as him. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That this candidate is not as bad as that one. No, no. If we get up, prime example. Today in dating and relationships, the one thing that a lot of men talk about is transactional relationships. In other words, they got to pay for. They have little women ask not only for a meal, they ask for them to do they nails and their feet done just to go out with them, right? Sometimes they ask them, well, can you pay for my hair? And they not even in no relationship, and they asking up front. And a lot of men feel like it's transactional. That's all it's about. Well, with the Democrat Party, we got to act that way. It's transactional. I'm not going to vote for you unless you give me something. If you give me nothing, that's cool. I don't have to vote for you. And I just choose the couch. What the sister said, a lot of black people won't vote Republican. It won't happen. They would choose that couch. Now, they try to play this game. Oh, well, if you don't vote, that's a vote for them. No, it's not. Stop with that lie. No, it's not. It's not a vote for them. Because they didn't get the person on the couch, they didn't vote Republican or Democrat, so nobody got the vote. Now, the people that show up, there may be less people showing up because the black folks saying, I'll choose the couch, I'm good. But no, it's not voting the other side. And the thing is, white liberals and also Latino Democrats in Texas just help James Tallarico win. We will love to see you do it with our black people. Like, hey, we all just sit that part of it out. Don't participate in it. Let them do what they want to do. And let's see if they can get Tallarico to beat either Ken Paxton or John Cornyn. Let's just see. This is your time to shine. Because black people have become very fed up with the way everybody's doing this. Because they're doing this more so to protect their privilege. And the other group, Latino, is trying to get access. A lot of them are trying to get access to the folks. That's just really what it is. So, trying to shame black people, saying, oh, you guys can't sit it out because we need to get Tallarico in. It'd be better for Texas. It'd be better for the country. You should have thought about that mess. You should have thought about the person that was already in there already. You should have voted for Jasmine Crockett. You should have told Tallarico, hey, why don't you run when Ted Cruz come up? And then we all get behind you. That would have been a smarter play. It's not like he didn't have a seat in the Texas being a state rep. So he still would have went back his state rep position. He could have stayed a state rep by another year or two, then run against Ted Cruz, and everybody could support him. But no, you didn't want to do that. You know, the media run around here tomorrow, is this a new testing ground for Democrats to see how they can do with the Latino vote when not the black vote? They've been want to do that. That's been the Democrats' whole thing. Get the white vote back, see if we can get enough Latino votes where we don't have to even think about black people. That lets you know how racist they are. They are racist because they know good and well dealing with us, they're going to have to give up something. Them other groups not going to ask them for nothing. They owe reparations to us. Every time we say that word, it just pierces their soul because they know they owe. Democrats do not want us to have reparations no different than the Republicans. And that's a fact. They both uphold white supremacy. But let's see what happens in November. I'm all for seeing what happens, and let's see if what black people are going to do. But if black people sit it out, yeah, it's gonna be Republicans gonna run